All right, track wrestling here at the Grandview Open with 174-pound champion Taylor Lujan of Northern Iowa. Taylor got a scare in the quarters, and then at least the scores represented that you wrestled better as the day went along. What were your thoughts on the tournament as a whole?
It was a good tournament. I think I probably didn't prep well enough. Like I didn't get enough food in me, but it is what it is. Talk to coaches and got more food in me for my semis, my finals match, and felt a lot better. That's on me, I guess, being probably not the smartest with my diet at tournaments,
Are those things you learned from these type of tournaments early in the year? Just
yes,
routine?
For sure. Like last weekend, my warm-up wasn't that great, so worked on warm-up this weekend, and now it's like my diet wasn't great, so whenever next tournament we have, work on my diet, or hopefully try to work on it before then, Yeah, I guess. Yes, sir. Yeah, pretty much. Sorry.
What are those feelings like out there when it's a scrap like that? It's 8-8, going to sudden victory. Maybe you haven't put as much fuel in your body as you need to. How do you prevail in those situations?
I don't want to make an excuse because that guy had a hell of a match. But I looked over my corner to Roper and he said, "Hey, 1 point at a time." That really brought me back and helped me focus on 1 point at a time. And not trying to go big like I may have in years past. Actually just chopping that tree down, one swing at a time.
When you look back at your freshman year, some really good moments in there, maybe probably didn't end the way you wanted it to. When you evaluate it, what are things that you take away from that first year in the lineup and things that you felt like you needed to work on throughout the offseason to get where you want to go this year?
Mental stuff, I think, is the biggest thing. Mentally, when I had shoulder surgery, so, all I could really focus on, So I think mental work was big, and then, kind of changes your perspective, makes you want it more, makes you more hungry, and heck, I was so jealous of my teammates. They got practice all summer, and I'm just rehabbing my shoulder, but, it makes me really appreciate the sport more, and I think mentally I'm a better wrestler.
You talk about the mental work you did when you're sitting on the sidelines and waiting to get healed up.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do? What makes you a stronger wrestler mentally?
Like helping other guys in the room, the youngins coming in, helping them with technique, kind of sharp. It's like a different way to sharpen your own tools, stuff like that, and really, like I said, taking a step back and being like, maybe wrestling's not all that big of a deal, and you figure out really kind of friendships, because they're in there scrapping every day. It's hard to feel it with them, but I don't know, it's hard to explain.
Can you describe your relationship with Lee? You guys go back how far?
Since 7th grade.
7th grade, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So what are your thoughts when you hear he's going to Northern Iowa? I think you were probably committed before he was on board, right?
Yes, sir. Well, I remember I asked him one day, he said, "I'm not going to tell you." He said, "Because I want it to be your decision only." So he never told me, and it was just like a nice little cherry on top, But it's huge because he's that guy I can always hear. Like I told you in that quarters match, first guy I look over to, Roper. Hey, 1 point at a time. It just calms you down. He knows how I tick. I think we're just really good friends too.
How much does that ease the transition when you're going from Georgia up to Iowa, away from home for the first time, and you got somebody that's like that you've been with for a long time that's making the move with you?
It made it easier. I think he understood kind of the move too, but then I had to figure it out for myself, with not seeing my mom and dad and friends every day, but kind of get used to it. And then you make a brotherhood with everyone else, like the people I was staying with. Jake Hochshaw came in at a 74-pounder too. We didn't like each other. A month later, we're best friends, so you just kind of made those relationships with other guys.